only capitalist that can be trusted is a dead capitalist. The Alma.
I told those scavengers to hand it over.
Now this is gonna make for a great story next time I'm at the Wayward. Oh, man, this day is full of surprises. First, this darn... Well, going by the number, I'd say this is from Vault 63. My buddy told me that it's located in the ash heap. I can mark it on your map. If you do make your way down there, stay safe. I heard it's overrun with mole miners. And the ash heap itself is barely breathable without a mask. And one wrong step might charcoal roast your foot. That aside, there's been a crazy storm brewing down that way. Doubt it's related, but I think I'll steer clear myself all the same. You bet. Safe travel, stranger. Hey, Dweller. I know it looks tempting, but you don't want to burn yourself, do you?
your insides are clean or dirty. Here I stand. Don't Death to the beasts!
Someone there? I picked up a pretty big surge of activity on our sensors, but it went quiet all of a sudden. Oh, wow, a person! I didn't actually expect that. Wait, are you telling me that you managed to wipe out all of the Lost yourself? I have so many questions. How? With what? And actually, no, focus, Hilda. I could use someone with a lethal skill set. Hey, would you be up for a little hike? Perfect. The entrance area you're in now was once a high-speed rail system for transporting supplies to the rest of the vault. But as you can see, it's completely caved in. You'll have to walk to another entrance closer to the vault's atrium. It's just a quick trip over the hills to the south. Look for the entrance to the Shenandoah National Park. If you need a landmark, just keep walking toward that teeny tiny, giant, menacing storm in the sky. You'll find the entrance underneath the manor in the dead center of the park. And storm. Can't miss it. Good luck!
Is that better? My mic should be working now, to be honest. Alright, Pyro, see you then. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Vault 76 is pretty fun, to be honest. It's kind of similar to Generation Zero, but it's a little different. I can definitely see some similarities though. I can definitely go there. That's the bar. going on is, I'll go there, do that first.
Well, you don't see angry, sizable salamanders do that every day. nuts, I wouldn't cry at a moment like this. Such a wonderful moonshine jamboree.
This plant is filled with the filth of the bourgeois being. It must be cleansed.
Actually, go to well, actually.
Liberty is a farce. The
Gather now, faithful followers of the most wise and beneficent Mothman. Let us light his holy beacon with the radiance of the fireflies. Let our beacon behold the darkness and summon forth his divine presence that we may commune with him and partake of his wisdom.
Blah, blah, blah. Where's the freaking fireflies?
of water. If you don't look close enough, you'll miss what you're looking for. Didn't you hear? People are saying there's gold everywhere. I got here first.
Now I'm here.
Get away! Oh, you aren't one of them. You scared me.
Boo.
I'm Craig from Foundation. And I think I'm the only one left. We saw the nasty weather kicking up down here and thought it'd be worth checking out. See if anyone needed help. Didn't make it far down the road before we got jumped by something. I panicked and ran. You're serious? Did you hear what I just told you? Well, better you than me, I suppose. Actually, if you're going out there anyway, would you mind doing me a favor? As you head down Skyline Drive, could you check if there are any signs of what happened to my friends? A trail, a body, personal effects. Anything I could use to find them or report back at Foundation? Who knows? Maybe even a survivor. Not asking you to do much, just to drop a flare nearby. I can investigate them once the storm calms down a bit. Thank you so much. Anyway, and what am I gonna do if those things come back?
Well, shoot. That's easy, I guess. That's what I've been doing at least.
You want to survive? You do what you gotta do.
Okay. That's Fallout at its finest.
anyone there yet? Maybe I gave bad directions. Hello? Anybody? Ah, a voice! Oh, yes. I remember that voice. You're here! So, here's the situation. You need to get into the vault. I need to get out. This door isn't intended for easy access, so it'll require joint authorization from both sides to open. I'm on this side and authorized. You're on that side and not authorized. But no worries. I've got a plan. All of the Lost were once members of the Vault and should have authorization. You just need to get a hold of a hand and scan it. Easy peasy. That's right. Just a bit of post-mortem amputation and we'll be set. Just scan the hand once you've got it. I'll be on standby. Promise. Time's a ticking. Chop, chop. Ooh, sorry. Anyway, I gotta run, but I'll be back. Scan a hand. Bye!
Oh, good, you're here! And you're not lost, I assume. If you are, say so, because that would be a major breakthrough. Ah, good! Well, bit of a downer, actually. Got my hopes up for a second, but I digress. Anyway, I'm Hilda Stoltz. Hi. I'm head of the organic sector, which is exactly where I'm about to run off to. But don't worry, my Uncle Hugo is very eager to meet you. Just down the hall, in the Overseer's office, as he is the Overseer. Oh, and I've disabled the two-step lock, so coming and going should be easier now. Anyway, like I said, Uncle Hugo, down the hall. Toodaloo!
There was a landslide around the mansion.
Willkommen. Bitte komm rein. My niece told me to expect you. And do not mind my appearance. I can assure you I mean no harm. Can the same be said of you, though, outsider? Do you intend to harm us? Where are my manners? I did not mean to be so standoffish. You are a most welcome guest here. I cannot be too careful. It has been a long time since we've spoken with anyone from the surface. Ah, fascinating. Is that the faint clicking of a Pip-Boy I hear? How grand. A colleague from another paradise below the ground. Vault 76, I take it? What a pleasant surprise. Oh, don't be silly. You certainly aren't from any of the others nearby. There's no need to be coy. I think we can both gather why I'd come to such a conclusion. Wunderbar. Kismet even. We are having fun now, aren't we? Listen, my new friend. Regardless of what pretenses my dear niece may have brought you here with, I believe I can repay you for your effort. No, opportunity. And your silly surface currency too, I suppose. As you may have ventured to guess on your trip here, our beloved Shenandoah has seen better days. Less stormy days. I'm in the midst of trying to get this under control, but our vault is still in a bit of a state of shock. If you'd be willing to engage in a bit of freelance work, I'm sure I can provide plenty of payment in kind. Fantastic. I'm pleased to hear it. Perhaps I should introduce myself to assuage any hesitation you have. I am Hugo Stolz, overseer of Vault 63, yes, but also a principled man of business from the world of yore. Founder and CEO of Stolz Enterprises, respected member of Vault-Tech's board of directors, and overall international man of mystery. Allow me to formally welcome you to Vault 63 as our, let's say, outside consultant. Yes, that'll do perfectly. Oh, please. Hugo is just fine. Now, I'm sure you have many questions. I would expect no less. Speak with our chief of security. I'd like to have him. I'm sure he...
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system, and it works, damn it.
Been expecting you. James T. Oberlin, Chief of Security, Vault 63. Formerly United States Army. Ordinarily, an outsider would report directly to the security offices. But as you've seen, Mr. Stolz isn't fond of ordinary. How exactly did you end up on our doorstep, outsider? And you were able to dispose of them? Interesting. Must mean you have some combat training. That could be helpful. Well, considering I'm entirely lacking any sort of credentials or background on you, perhaps you could fill me in on your history. You do seem fit to fight, at least. But that's not really an answer to my question. I won't fault you for a lie by omission, though. You seem eager and able enough. I've already been made aware that you're a dweller from Vault 76. Mr. Stolz buzzed me ahead of your arrival and filled me in on the situation. Sorry for the test, but wanted to see how you'd present yourself. I appreciate your attempt to take this seriously, but I won't say I don't have my doubts. Let's see how this plays out, though. Here's my status report for Mr. Stolz. You're dismissed, unless you have other questions. Is there a reason you're loitering in my office?
What if we go back to the surface and nobody wants to know us because of our, condition?
Research, and science, and discoveries, and news. Screw it. I miss how it was before.
The new animals up there, any of them good for eating?
Seeing someone do so much good around here.
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got the system and it works, damn it.
You reckon that storm's
Ah, you've returned. I've just been thinking on some things. Yes, that. Don't worry about that now. I have a question for you. Tell me, are we our brains? Yes, precisely. But is that not just scratching the surface? Consciousness, perception, encoding and the formation of memories. To take the observable world and sculpt from it a translation of ourselves, of others. And in the eyes of others, how many versions of us exist? What's that? Oh, I have completely gone off the rails. I apologize. You have the spirit of an old friend about you. I've forgotten there's much new ground to tread between us. I may have failed to mention this before, but I am or was blind. Born that way. After the incident that left me in this state, I became able to truly see the world. Well, perhaps it's more accurate to say, I feel the world. Pulses of electricity, waves bending and refracting, gentle hums of life vibrating shapes into being. This world I see, I share it with the lost. I live as they do, yet I remain myself. Perhaps more myself than I was before. But others were lost to it, and to us. Friends, colleagues, loved ones. When they witness this world, they're minded... Well, I suppose I cannot explain what their mind perceives, just as one could never explain sight to me before. We have been trying to learn why this connection was permanently severed between us. Desperately so. A scientist, are you? Just like my Audrey and little Hilda. We are unsure of why, but we suspect that my condition may have mutated differently than others. Perhaps it was my proximity to... Oh, never mind, B. This sort of talk is dreadfully boring. All of this is... Thank you. Let's discuss next steps. There's 2 sets of investigations I'd have you undertake. Your new friend Oberlin can fill you in on one, and I'd be happy to walk you through the other. Take a moment to relax and process. And once again... that storm is going to get worse.
unit will not rest until this land meets the crimson red blood of...
Oh, I've got supplies.
This land's idea of liberty leads only to imperialism. See through the lies, comrade. Fight for the party. We are the collective. We are the party. We are Legion. Our time is now for the proletariat.
So, shall we begin? There are some tasks that I'm unequipped to handle myself, and I need your assistance. Excellent. Or rather, the lack thereof. In order to solve...
Don't you be starting to change things up around here.
If only it were that simple.
Works, damn it.
The safe can only be opened with a key. So secure. That said, you should find them with my condition. You will? Oh, wie wunderbar. Best of luck.
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air. Shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up. Been a long time since we had a good community
the hell are you doing in here? Get your filthy hands off her!
Very well. But I'm sure you wouldn't appreciate a stranger manhandling your spouse. This arrangement is in her best interest. I apologize. Truly. I'm just very protective of her, you know? She is my other half, and life is just not complete without her. Of course, she has the key herself. I should have known. Yes, very well. If you would excuse me, I would like a moment with my wife. Come find me when you have the blueprints.
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system that it works, damn it.
Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think the wrong heap lasted. You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault should have. Before the accidents. I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks.
I believe you have something for me. Did I ask you to snoop around in our personal affairs? That was and is none of your business. Forget the petty gossip and focus on the task at hand. Am I making myself clear to you? Now, the blueprints. Have you found them yet? Well, they're no good to me. I can't read them. Go deliver them to my daughter, Audrey. She's the one who's leading the effort to repair the weather machine. Oh, and before I forget, our conversation in Cassie's room. Water under the bridge, yes? I do hope we can keep that just between us. I'd hate for rumors to flutter about. I'm happy to hear it. Oh, and before you go off to Audrey, I would like you to indulge me in another thought exercise I've been meditating on. If you were to repair a ship by replacing it plank by plank, piece by piece, so much so that no single piece of wood from the original vessel remained, would you have a new ship? Or would it still be the original, only improved?
And news. Ah, screw it. I miss how it was before.
Right you are, my friend. Both in the origins of the question and its complexity. Let's say for this example that we can agree that eventually it is a new ship. Because I think the more interesting question is, at what point does it become so? After half of the planks? After the final part is replaced? Perhaps the rudder? Or mast? If we were to change piece by piece, at what point do we become something entirely new? Up. One moment. Let's perhaps hold on an answer. I'd rather that linger with you a bit. And you have important business to attend to.
What if we go back to
Now,
the surface?
off with you to see Audrey. She's buried in her books in the meteorology sector. I hope you have some good hiking boots. It's quite the trek. Safe travels.
I miss research, and science, and discoveries, and news. Ah, screw it. I miss how it was before.
You there! I don't know you. Why are you in my lab? Who told you? Never mind. Yes, I am indeed Audrey Stoltz. And you are a sore thumb sticking out in my lab. Great. Introductions are out of the way. You know, there's enough chaos around here as it is. With the machine being broken, the clutter everywhere, and the electrified lunatics roaming about. So, unless there's something you're here for, would you kindly get the hell out of my lab? What's this? Oh, the blueprints. Fantastic. Did my father send you? Are we hiring outside help for the mailroom now? Never mind that. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that I finally have these. Yes, yes. Very excellent parcel delivery. Off with you, then. Actually, wait a moment. A helpful minion could be quite useful. Could you give me 2 seconds to read this? Here's a little reward for you. Count your bottle caps while I go over these blueprints. Come back when you're ready for more work. Perfect. The blueprints specify the exact part we're looking for. Well, I could use someone with outdoor experience for starters. Based on your skin condition, I'm guessing you're not from around here. That means you walked here. You're perfect for the job. Believe it or not, the Shenandoah Visitor Center has a device for monitoring the weather. While vastly inferior in complexity, it contains parts that you won't find out of any old toaster left to rot. It won't be a perfect fit, but even if the part is remotely close to the one that broke, I should be able to do some modifications to make it work. I'll analyze these blueprints more and do some research ahead of time, just in case. That just leaves you with the task of actually fetching it. If you don't mind, that is. Thank you. The visitor center is just north of the manor, on the cliff. It's probably completely abandoned. The building isn't too big, so you should be able to find it easy enough. Once you have the part, come back here, okay?
Ah! Ooh! Whoa! Oh! Who are you? Don't hurt me, please. Oh, really? Okay. Well, that's a relief. Well, it's not here. It's back in my bunker. There's a bit of a problem, though. The door to my bunker got jammed from the inside, and I got locked out. I just went out to get some essentials. I rarely leave the bunker. Of course, I had to lock myself out when I do. Anyway, good news is, there's a second entrance in the basement of this building. Bad news is there's a bunch of weirdos in there now. I don't know who they are or what they want. I've never seen them before. But they did not seem the friendly kind, huh? I just came in here minding my own business when I heard some creepy chanting and talks about some Alex saying they're here for a sacrifice. I panicked, and I locked them in. I don't think they noticed, but I bet they'll be real mad once they do. You've got yourself a deal. Come and let me know when they're all, dead.
Divine light.
I stopped hearing screams, so I came through, to check on you, yeah? And I wasn't sneaking off. A deal's a deal. Follow me. I'll show you to my bunker. The machine is in there. Well, the machine you're after is just over there. I mean, it's pretty hard to miss. Thanks for helping me out getting back here. I'd ask what you need, but I doubt I'd be of any help. Not at first, I didn't. Just a few of my fellow Rangers. When the bombs dropped, we made our way to the bunker. None of them stayed very long, though. As little as possible. Yeah, I only leave when I need a few essential resources. I don't see why I should leave more often than that. I got...
Did you find the part we're looking for? What a relief. I must admit, I was a little unsure there would be any machine left to rescue parts from. I hope I didn't get you into too much danger to retrieve it. I knew you would be a good fit for the task. But that aside, I never heard of any cult in these parts. Then again, I never heard much about any cult in general. My father kept me fairly sheltered. Quite literally. I wonder what they were doing there. Alex? No, she couldn't be. Sorry, I knew someone named Alex. I never found out what happened to them when the bombs dropped, but it must be someone else. Would you mind getting the part in place? It should be pretty simple after my modifications. All the connectors are standardized now to fit a regular part. I do it myself, but I just need a minute to gather my thoughts. I mean, equipment. I'll be right there. Got my equipment together. Let me see how you did in placing the part. Passable.
You forgot to hook up a few of the connectors, but a solid attempt for a first-timer at weather machine repair. All that's left now is to get a scan of my mother's eyes. She is the only one in this vault authorized to override security checks when we reboot it.
Audrey! Audrey! I thought I heard your voice in here. Oh, and our new friend is with you. Good, we might need you. We have an emergency. Your mother. She's gone.
What do you mean, gone? I thought she was in stable condition.
No, not gone like that. She's not in her room. Someone has taken her. They've left a note. Oberlin read it out to me. Some gibberish about a Mothman.
Didn't you say they were connected to an Alex? So if this Alex is connected to these cultists, and the cultists kidnapped my mother, could it really be her? But why would she take Mom?
Alex? The cult? Oh, that could be. I took care of her.
What did you just say?
Nothing, my dear. I misspoke.
No. You definitely said I took care of her. Want to elaborate on how you took care of her father?
Okay, look. I didn't intend for you to find out, but she was a risk to your future and that of our family business. I had to ensure you would stay here with us. I only did what I had to do.
Why am I not surprised? I had a feeling you were behind her disappearance. How was your own daughter's happiness ever a risk? Every single bit of my life has always been dictated by you, and I have been miserable for all of it.
Now, that's not true. You've always loved all this tinkering and such. All I did was make sure you were safe and would focus on what's important. The family business. And look around. Look how well it has worked out. This machine you've helped build and maintain. It's a true masterpiece.
Are you delusional? Look at us! Look at those mad lost running around! Mom is in a coma, for God's sake! How has any of that worked out well? I cannot reason with the unreasonable. I need some air to process this.
She'll come to her senses. There's always a flair for the dramatic. Takes after her father, I suppose. We have more important business to discuss anyway. We need my wife back. Pronto. And you've more than proven yourself capable of that task. So please, I could use your assistance. We don't have time to get into this. She was a bad influence on my daughter, a threat to the family business. I had to protect the business, and most importantly, Audrey, from her communist ideas. Now can we focus on the real issue at hand, please, and take care of Alex? Wunderbar! Getting this machine repaired is in everybody's best interest. Now, the note left behind mentions something about an old abandoned mine. I remember there was only one within the park. Nearly purchased it at one point for some... actually, that's not important. Try and blend in as one of the cultists. I fear they may harm Cassidy if they spot an intruder. Find where they're keeping her and get rid of Alex. I expect you to do a better job than the last person I sent to deal with her. Disguise! Don't become one of them. But yes, that is the brief in a nutshell. Knew I could count on you. Now you better get going. I will deal with Audrey. Meet me back in the atrium when it's safe to get my dear Cassie. I will send out some people to transport her back safely once you've completed your mission.
All hail the hairy moth. Holy Mothman. Holy.
Heretic!
No!
dare you come in here interrupting our ritual and killing my little mothlings? If I were you, I wouldn't challenge me. I've got nothing left to lose. Trust me when I advise that you do not fuck with me. You better choose your next words wisely. Why are you here? There's so much about that man and family that you barely understand. Allow me to enlighten you. There was a small town still in this park when Hugo arrived, right where he wanted to build his precious vault. When they refused a buyout, he offered them all a safe spot when the bombs dropped. They accepted. If you know Hugo, it shouldn't surprise you that he went back on that deal. He left them all for dead, scared them off, and kept the land. He is a parasite, sucking dry the innocent, making no compromises that stand in the way of his vision. It doesn't take much time around the Stoltzes before this story starts to make perfect sense. Hugo feeds off the vulnerable. Always has. Maybe now you understand who you're working for. Why I can't let you take my prisoner away. Hugo caught wind that I was still in contact with Audrey after they moved to Shenandoah. He sent a goon to kill me, keep me away. The bombs fell as I was being attacked. Probably the only reason I managed to escape. I was out in the woods by myself, barely alive, getting my strength back. Until this lot found me and made me their leader. Lucky me. They've turned out to be a great help to make my revenge against Hugo a reality. I'm not alone in that. Many here want to see Hugo suffer, and I won't let you get in the way of that. That's really easy. Surprised you couldn't figure that one out yourself. If I can't have Audrey, then Hugo can't have Cassidy. Getting her was simple. Just convince some of our ghoul members that the Mothman has spoken. He demands a special sacrifice. Got them dolled up in some clean 63 jumpsuits and had them sneak in during the night. Good thing that door in the basement is wide open. Now they're all abuzz about a super special ritual, waiting for my next move. But I still haven't picked out the right tool for the job yet. For some of them, it's just a matter of saying the right thing. Mothman showed me this, Mothman showed me that. Next thing you know, I'm a prophet. The rest? Well, we share a common interest. They're my wolves hiding in Moth's clothing. We have one goal. Get back at Hugo. Do you know what that bastard did to these people? How he used them, stole their homes, left them for dead? Not to the cultists, moron. To innocent people before the bombs. There was a small town still in this park when Hugo arrived. Right where he wanted to build his precious vault. When they refused a buyout, he offered them all a safe spot when the bombs dropped. They accepted. If you know Hugo, it shouldn't surprise you that he went back on that deal. He left them all for dead, scared them off, and kept the land. He is a parasite, sucking dry the innocent, making no compromises that stand in the way of his vision. Typical. Now I see why you've been sent here. Just another crony on a job, hoping to get a pat on the head from Daddy Hugo. You're pathetic. I agree. What a weird time to ask questions. I like to get to know... I agree. You can sure try!
Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting.
You're back. Good. I trust you have taken care of everything. And I can send my man out to get Cassidy. Fantastic. Oh, I wish I was there to see it. You know, in a more figurative sense. With that matter settled, I'll notify a team to conduct a rescue effort to bring Cassidy home. I'm truly grateful, my friend.
You're unbelievable. You just couldn't let it go, could you? The only solution you have is to just kill and kill and kill. I can't believe I came up here to try and talk this through. To try to make you see some reason. But I seem to have forgotten how efficient you are. After all these years of not knowing if she was still alive, I had a tiny spark of a hope that I could see her again. But now she's gone. For good. And there is no one else to blame but you. Both of you.
I wonder how that happened.
For a moment, I really thought you were one of the good ones. But now, you're no different. Just taking orders from my mad father and killing innocent people. You're both just heartless murderers.
Audrey, hang on. You still don't understand. Alex kidnapped your mother. No talking sense into that one. She always just runs away. You get used to it. I must get word to the rescue team. Bis später.
You reckon that storm's gonna get worse? Better.
a greedy mask that hides fascism. Crush capitalism before it crushes you.
Make it quick. I've been spread thin dealing with surface-side security concerns. My more menial tasks have started to slip through the cracks, however. I can tell you're equipped to handle much worse. Tackling some issues from my backlog would be of great service to me, at least as a start. There are 3 in particular who often bring up issues to me. You can start there. There are 3 residents that have been complaining about a myriad of concerns. Margaret, Lawrence, and Julio. Your best bet is to track them down. They're likely lounging about waiting for someone else to handle the hard work. They should have more than enough to keep you busy for the time being. Report back when it's been handled. In the meantime, I have other matters I need to attend to, so please, if you'd excuse me.
Go back to the surface. Nobody wants to know. We felt the whole vault shaking around there.
Don't you just hate rude people listening in on private conversations? Oh, a stranger. We haven't seen anyone from outside in a while. What brings you here? Chief Oberlin's finally getting around to dealing with this, huh? And sending in a stranger to boot. We must have it tough. Yeah, there's a few things we've brought up before. Most of it in the lower levels. Things like strange noises coming from the generator room. People are scared to go check it out in case one of the Lost are in there.
Oh, also, we have a huge rat problem in the storage room, as in, huge rats. Last time I was on a food run, something jumped right past me and snatched it. Damn near took my arm with it, too.
And, someone should probably take care of Alfie.
Yeah. Alfie was one of us, but his condition got worse until he got us to lock him in his room. He's probably lost his mind by now, but no one could bring themselves to do what needs to be done. You didn't know him, though. If there's anything you could do for him, we'd appreciate it. Alfie was a good guy. Had a tendency to overdo things, though.
Remember when he skipped work because he wanted to find out if we could still get hangovers after the change?
Yeah, I remember that. I had to take over his shift the next day, that bastard.
His apartment is in the lower levels. The key is still down there. Somewhere.
Is there anything else? We're just guessing, to be honest. Hard to tell why the Lost do anything they do.
We've been hearing whispers and pops like static electricity, which is pretty much exactly what the Lost sound like. We also know what happens when you get too close. They'd kill us as soon as you'd squash a bug.
That's if they don't turn us into one of them first. There's too few of us left now to take a risk like that, but, you look very capable.
Is there anything else? Rad rats? We'll need to make a note of all these new terms outsiders use.
Since the earthquake, we've been experiencing more and more of the wasteland's wonders. And we're not exterminators, much less seasoned fighters. That's why we put in a security request to deal with it.
They've been left like that for so long. They've probably multiplied by now.
Is there anything else? You can get to the lower levels from the elevators just over there. There's also a stairwell down just across the atrium that leads directly to the storage room. Good luck, and thank you.
Good luck down there, and, welcome to Vault 63.
Starting to dwindle a little, even with the stockpile.
Have you heard about... again?
So it was her. Why? This facility is filled with state-of-the-art technology, but you probably can't even appreciate that.
Welcome back. How are things going? We're sorry that you had to be the one to deal with all of that.
Yeah, it's good to know there are still people outside, especially people who are capable.
Thanks. We couldn't have done it ourselves. Is there anything we can do for you?
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system and it works, damn it.
Yeah. We'll spread the word that you are someone trustworthy. Thanks again for all the help. You're all right, outsider.
Oh, I got struck by an idea. Oh, gotta write it down. Where is my note? I don't have time for a long...
Tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
Maybe I can dig up some information on the rest of Apple. You're back. I hope you have good news for me. Well, color me surprised. Good work. With that out of the way, I'll be able to focus on the more important matters, like dealing with the chaos going on outside of this vault. I don't suppose that those three had anything interesting to say while you were helping them? Looks like I may have to check in with our custodian Johnny later. He usually hears a thing or two, though I'd much rather people come to me than having to resort to gossip mills. Still, it can be hard for people to know who to trust. But enough about that. Now that you've helped me out, is there anything I can help you with? First, your reward. I'll arrange for something from our armory. I'm sure you'll find a good use for it in the future.
Seeing someone do so much good around here. It's refreshing.
It may not seem like much, but your help has been invaluable to us. Thank you. Now that you've proven yourself useful, I have a sensitive situation that could use some in-person problem solving. The emergency alert in the organic sector has been triggered, something that requires proper authorization to do. As I understand it, the lab's head researcher, Hilda Stoltz, headed there not too long ago. I believe you're acquainted. It would appear she's gotten herself into danger. It's unlikely she'd seek outside meddling if it wasn't something serious. Get to the lab, assess the situation, and ensure Hilda returns here safely. If she's unwilling to return, convince her otherwise. She, and Mr. Stoltz for that matter, may believe her research takes priority over her safety. With her current numbers, that isn't a risk worth taking. With the tram tunnels collapsed, you should still be able to access organics from a cave nearby, used as a sort of ventilation system. If Hilda was able to make it there, I imagine you won't have too much trouble. But I'll provide a security key, just in case. Be prepared for the worst. I look forward to your return.
That storm is gonna get worse. Right.
You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. You know, before the accidents.